Right. I'll use you, Dean. So, looking at the back again. So we're troubleshooting this rear triangle. So I'm on the back. I've got direct grips. I take Dean to the underhook side. We're trying to play the whole straight jacket system. We're trying to stuff this, and maybe I just cannot finish with the choke. Okay. So we talked about last time how this arm comes over, but I don't switch the Khmer trap. Look at that in the next move. All I do is expose the wrist, and now we get this like double underhook position. Notice the way Dean's left arm is like in an Americana position. Try to straighten it, bro. I can bring this back, leg press it back, and now from here I'm turning Dean and I'm bringing my leg across to this position here. So of course I'm looking to get into the rear triangle position, but just this position alone is super strong. Look where my left foot is. It's controlling Dean's right hip. Dean tries to move towards me, and now he tries to move his shoulders. Look where my right foot is. It's under his armpit. So immediately I'm turning onto my side to get into the rear triangle position. Because we talked about this, getting this arm above his head. But in the process, first option is Dean gets hand to hand. Now what he's looking to do is bring his elbow down, and now he's pressing his elbow to create that space. So from that position, I never try to pull this one up. Okay. Anytime he's made the space, look at the way I'm not going to get the rear triangle now, we always go for this one. Alright, keep it tight, bro. Now watch what happens when I pull this one up. The other one will come with it. Okay. So we go in for that one. That's the first one. Second one, maybe he makes the wedges again. So just connect your elbows. But even go wrist to wrist, bro, wrist to wrist. But now he brings his hands the whole way down. So now they're nearly too low. So now I can't even reach that. I've seen a lot of this. I'm coming up and trying to finish from here. I'm trying to give me that knee, bro. Trying to find this and all that stuff. Forget about that. I just come up and I put the crook of my arm around that elbow. Still stay hand to hand, or wrist to wrist, wrist to wrist. Good. Okay. Once I have that, I feed that through and just find my thigh. And now from this position, I can just fall back and pull it back up again. And we've got that. Another reaction that can happen is in the process of me getting the rear triangle, and I'm here and I haven't quite turned him onto the side, Dean might swim inside with his arm, and now from this position he's looking to turn into me. I pass the leg over, and as he comes up we have the triangle. I'll just use Frankie so you can see, bro. So 3 simple approaches when they make that wedge, just coming from the back position. So we're here on the back, direct grips, take him down, stuff it, tie this up, starting to try and work this, can't get it, arm comes over but it's not the Khmer trap. We now start to work the rear triangle. So as they bring this above his head, our legs over the shoulder, possibly as I try to come for the rear triangle, Frankie uses his right arm to smear that leg off. And now as he turns into me, I'm bringing this leg over. And as he comes up to his knees, I have the triangle. That's one option. Or here, I've got into my hold position. We're here. I start getting into the rear triangle position, locking it off. The whole goal was to keep this arm above the head. But now Frankie's got wrist to wrist. He's pushing his elbow in here. I still think wrist to wrist is better, bro. Because you can just that there, even that there. Yeah, and you can really drive that in. For me to physically pull that up, really keep it wedged, just be difficult. If I pull this one up, and because this is connected, watch the other one, it just comes up, and then I can just smear that up. So we always go for the thought about that one. Now what can happen is, that's when his hands are parallel like this, he might push his hands towards his nuts. So now I physically couldn't reach that. So now I build a base to my elbow and come up, and I get the crook of my arm around that and find that. And now I just swim inside and pull it above my head. And we're back into the rear triangle. So 2 ways of getting the arms back above his head. And then if he swims inside, we have the triangle. So just troubleshooting that just that finishing the rear triangle.